good evening everyone. 1 minute-ish to go, and then we race. Or I guess I can already quit the main menu. Note to myself, see all this stuff like at the garages, that is collidable. Last time there was a weekly or a special here, I crashed into that stuff, got a bit of damage. Let's not do that today. Other than that, what is the SOF? This round is like 20,000. It's very high. It's gonna be quite a crazy race. Not sure why, but like, I mean, I was supposed to do some iRacing today. Michi planned the same. And suddenly we are here doing Le Mans Ultimate. Who would understand? Hani will be clear. Oh dear. Yeah, let's see. I was reluctant to take the Porsche, so I took the Corvette, and maybe that's not the best idea. I don't think I'm the only one with the Corvette though. Why is it 7-minute practice? It was supposed to be 4-minute practice and 7 quali or something. I mean, anybody who is in here, or a lot, or many people that are currently here can win, right? So let's decrease the fuel a little bit, and let's not forget this is fuel times 2. And I don't trust tiny pedals, so let me restart. Yeah. Sometimes it just shows somebody on hards or whatever. The correct pit exit line. I have to say, well, let's say I have done an hour of practice and setup clicking, but this car feels really good. It's first time ever that in this corner I can get a little bit of rotation like this. If you saw that, a little bit of rear slip, like in a controlled way, in kind of like RF2 way, but not over the top, so it's not terminal understeer. But that means that in some corners there is quite a lot of rotation, not like this. I have spun a couple of times already. I'm locking both fronts and rears. Fronts in some corners, rears in other corners. But overall the car is really fun to drive, so I'm not unhappy to have chosen it. And the best thing is that it's absolutely flat out through the last corner. Even if I miss the curb, look at that rotation. Some secret clicks. Let's see if others did the same. But if you have driven this track with GTEs, you will know that last corner exit usually means front left is over 1000 Celsius. But well, I did go full downforce, so let's hope that it doesn't kill my fuel consumption too much, or top speed. Yeah, BB adjust, that's a good idea, but well, I wouldn't have been bothered yet, not enough time to practice, to figure out what to do with BB. I see a purple sector too. I hope it's not the last purple in the whole event. In practice, some people were like a second faster. I suppose it was probably quali-fuel, although who knows what quali-fuel means here. Because it's ×2, so half a tank would already be quali-fuel. Secret clicks, yes. Still understand. It's happening again. Always at this track, first 1 or 2 laps have slightly more lenient track limits, and after that, every track limit goes yellow. Well, about pit lane, I have to keep reminding myself that those boxes there are collidable. Actually, let me practice pit entry once more. Thank you for the sub, Logi. Nietzsche is in the Porsche as well. And this is a cut now as well. Oh dear. So, where do I brake? Nah, that's a bit too late. Very much. Did I? I didn't even engage it. So these boxes here don't touch. What's that box? Okay. But it wants me to be extremely close to them, like that's super strange. Just gonna wait for these 10 seconds. It's like, you know, this can so easily happen. Hi Fabio, good race to you as well. Enjoy the Porsche. Daniele in the Aston. Oof. Risky. Thank you Mario. Hello. Much appreciated for all the likes already. So here goes quali session. I don't even know how long it is. 10 minutes, alright. And it's open session. Ooh, okay. Look at all these Porsches. Okay. 3 white already. A bit of a street justice moment again. Some are going straight, some are going for the shortcut. Both are legal, remember. Not sure why, no cut limits, but that's how it is. So I have taken quite a bit of fuel because it's, well, it's ×2 fuel usage, and then the tires take so long to heat up. I don't know exactly what's the, like, the best compromise between taking way too much fuel and having good temperatures in the tires. Like, I mean, temps would be great in like 6 laps, but quali will be over and tires will be relatively worn already. And then all the other laps are, well, with too much fuel, so yeah, let's see. Gladly taking all these positions. First lap could be maybe 2 tenths, 3 tenths off, if not more. No purple sectors. Maybe I have taken more fuel than others. Polesny with Corvette 42.2. Two tenths off, oh that's very tight. Hi Marvin. Grigolito is fast in that Porsche. It's a cut. And it's gonna cut next lap as well. Okay, pit entry practice. And then reduce the fuel. Should have taken the Porsche probably. Yeah, it's quali session. Hi Piotr, hi Christos. Yeah, so... well... I don't really know what exactly to think of the temperatures and so on. Oh, what? Where did that Corvette appear from? I didn't get a blue flag, I suppose he was not on a lap. Ah, that's Polesny. I should have 2 more attempts. Well, Alan, I think it's quite nice. Like, the balance of the car is really good. It actually drives kind of like one would expect in real life from the onboards in most of the corners. Kind of starts to rotate by the rear, the front still grips. Like it's quite good. We'll give Voigt a little bit of space. And Jordi is coming from behind. Yeah, I don't know, Alan, like this is a really enjoyable experience, driving it, to be honest. The tires are not ready yet. Next lap will be crucial. Where are they going? Hani is 1 second faster. Crazy. Alright. This is the lap. The rear was a bit too sideways, but Delta is fine. Great entry rotation, but then it stopped rotating at the apex. I mean, it was not a bad lap. Setup feels balanced. but it's still 6/10 off. Alright. Best of the non-Porsches for now. Those Porsches are so fast. I really didn't know it's like this much of a difference. I mean, they might have done much better job on the setup. I just clicked around with RF2 experience and hoped for the best. Okay. Hi, Ayus. Well, then we have Michi with supposedly alright of a setup. Without much practice though. Still behind, and Jordi is very fast and behind. Yeah, this will be a crazy one. Okay. Let's increase the fuel. Actually, what to do with the tires here? It's just softs, isn't it? And maybe then we switch left side at pit stop. Well, Christian, I don't know. It's kind of been the case sometimes in RF2. Even on the old tires. At tracks like, what's that, Lime Rock? Or in the wet. What should I do? Just keep the softs, right? I mean, they should be fine. One sip of water and it all goes into the lungs. Beautiful. Well, we are on softs. I think everybody will be on softs. And then we will probably not change tires. But yeah, let's see. Alright, well, let's have some fun. What's the percentage chance of a crash in turn 1? And then what's the percentage chance of a crash in turn 2 and 3? Are my eyes becoming blue from the water or red? Anyway, pit limiter on, I suppose. Hello, T-Blood Sim Racing, thank you for the sub. So keep 60 and we are going. Into P4. they are all kind of struggling through the last corner. Good to have a little bit of advantage there. But we will be lift and coasting quite a lot because it's times to fuel. So it's important to save a little bit. Even though strategy-wise should be a straightforward two-stopper, because the cars can go like 1 hour easily, and it's a 90-minute race. So like 30, 30, 30. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. Ricardo, these are better in my opinion. The difference is mostly that you cannot drift this, and the tires are actually doing temperature stuff. But other than that, it's kind of similar to RF2. And by not being able to drift the rear a bit, it also means that you need to be more careful on the fronts. I think Fabio behind has less rear wing. This will be a very uphill fight. Grigoletto, don't do that. That's the prime example of not gaining surely any place, but risking costing a lot of race time. but that last corner is gonna save me. I think I can make it much easier flat out. I hope others destroy their front lefts. Hi Tsari. Hani and Mark in P1 and P2 are just too fast for now. Gap to Kevin has been quite stable for a lap. The next VEC event is 4th of January. We are skipping December. Sorry, I think Bahrain. Should be 4 hours of Bahrain. This will have to be a proper esports attempt to get any close to the podium. Yeah, I mean, we are costing ourselves a lot of race time, but that's his only chance to get near top 3. To unstabilize me and get a run on me on the next corner. Favorite track? I normally say Spa from early 2000s or Suzuka. think I'm faster than Ciclari on average. I really just hope that nobody else is saving fuel. Intense gains to P3. That's a very difficult question. Sometimes I feel quite good about how open and how approachable racing in the US is, like for the fans and the environment and the relationships between drivers and so on. So IMSA would be quite nice. And I also like American tracks, or like American style tracks, but well, I like them in sim. In real life they are kind of sketchy sometimes. Well, when I was a kid I always wanted to be an F1 driver, of course, but nowadays it doesn't look that interesting. It's too much of a show rather than a proper racing event. But well, WEC is quite nice as well. Look at this. P3 closer and closer, P5 making mistakes. I see Ciclari burning his front left like crazy. Ooh, these tires are not making the whole distance, are they? Hi Banner, thank you. It's gonna be very difficult to fight for P1. I think podium is realistic. The issue is that I brought a Corvette to a Porsche fight. I just noticed now that in my overlay... Ah, it works! Oh, okay. Never mind. Couldn't see the badges of the cars for some reason, because I was looking in a wrong part of that screen. Well, you can see Porsches ahead, Porsches behind. Where is Gergoleto? There must have been a problem behind. Well, quite big of a gap to P5. Good to have some breathing room. Thank you, Banner. Well, I'm trying. The steering wheel is Porsche 911 RSR replica from Grid Engineering. I'll need to decide what I want to do with the tires. Supposedly 12 seconds for all four, but 5 seconds if I only change 2. Then I could change all 4 now and keep them till the end, or change only left side now and see how it goes. Right side is not wearing that much anyway. Well, rear right is gonna be tricky. Hi the mad driver and Jonathan, welcome. The last stint should be a bit shorter. if I have enough gap to Zwiers and Barclay. I don't know. I don't want to get stuck in some train because people behind might not change tires or change only 2. And then if I change all 4 and get stuck, I will very quickly lose that time that I would gain with fresher tires. Left side only, yeah, it makes sense, right? That first gear is remarkably long, I think. I would always like a bit more punchy exit from that turn 4 left hairpin, but because the first gear is so long, I just don't get it. Evan is struggling indeed, a little bit. I mean, now the gap is kind of stable. Yeah, let's not do what I did with the Porsche in that race some weeks ago. Because I did a very nice 360 out of T1 with the Porsche in some daily race. I suppose he is killing his front left in especially last corner, and then it locks up a bit more in the hairpins. It's better to have second gear there. So 3 to go. But the rear right is gonna be, well, 25% remaining if I don't swap all the tires at some point. I don't know where the cliff is. Never driven till the cliff in LMU. My hands don't hurt because, well, gloves are protecting me, of course. I get blisters on the skin very fast without gloves. Part of the finding is actually just my driving style, I figured out. The FFB is not that stiff. FFB should be kind of in range of actual GTEs, like I don't know, 10, 12 Newton meters, which is what I heard is realistic for real life cars with power steering. So let's try changing on the left side, let's see what happens. Jonathan, not fully sure what you mean. I guess nobody is boxing yet. Indeed. Well, then I hope we all box next lap, or well, this lap. Hi Shark, it's semi-random. Well, in the past weeks and months, it's been mostly Le Mans Ultimate daily races on Tuesdays and or Wednesdays, depending on the situation. More often Tuesdays than Wednesdays. And then Thursday or Fridays, maybe the weekly race in LMU or iRacing more recently. And then a special event in LMU or another weekly race, either Saturday or Sunday. But at some point I will come up with more consistent schedule, of course. And then, I mean, it depends as well on actual like calendars of the series that we are doing. So box. Oh no, they are keeping. So front left is getting changed and rear left. Let's hope for the best. I'm a bit annoyed that Ciclari got the fuel saving done. I mean, it's not always 10 to 12 Newton meters, right? That's like peak force that one gets in fastest corners. Could spike higher over some bumps. Will it rotate me? It will. Ooh, we jumped a Porsche. He changed all the tires. Interesting. So I have now left side cold, right side hot. Need to remember. feels a bit weird with the colder one side, but it's kind of drivable. I think Mark behind will struggle for a lap or two, but then he will eat me alive. It's a cut. It's not a cut. Wait, what? Why is that not a cut? He's already gaining on me. Yes, in Bego I learned that some weeks ago as well. I need to be clever here. Cannot lose time fighting. But so many guys, including Michi, are going so much longer. That's worrying. Papierun. Oh. Well, yeah, no point crashing for no reason. It's not really my fight. But that was a bit maybe over the top or risky. I mean, a solid dive, but at some point he was a bit out of control. He caught it though, so alright. Can I actually get away without changing any tire anymore? And that rear right will be destroyed. Need to change all tires, makes sense. He will go very long and then his last stint will be short. Well, I'm taking that cut. 0.75, that's a lot. So now I suppose Clary will not change any tire at the second pit stop either, and he's going longer. So he will have a shorter pit stop. The FFB is really nice. I mean, the mad driver, like, if depends what you're comparing it to. But I feel everything that I need to feel. And it feels very connected to the road. It's, I mean, arguably some cars in R Factor 2 feel better. But that's partly because they just have more grip or allow for more sliding, and that supposedly provides more feedback. But to me personally, I could never enjoy iRacing or Assetto Corsa Competizione just because of how worse the feeling is in those two sims compared to RF2 or LMU. Well, taking another cut. Clary is so fast. I don't know, like Clary is just gaining crazy, like half a second per lap or so. Yeah, about the LMU track limits, I mean, they are still getting improved, but they are not the highest priority, and I mean, if we complain a lot and provide good feedback, they are willing to change it. Like, I have complained a lot in the past about Le Mans track limits, comparing how they were against the Estres pole position lap of the last Le Mans, and pointed out some things, and well, the feedback got listened to and there were changes to make it better. I mean, problem is partly real life as well, because they make tracks like this where you can go so much off track. And then, well, where should the limit be? If it's the white line, then the track is not designed for that to be a limit. Then just make shorter curbs, or like narrower curbs, and or like a way less grippy surface. But anyway. Clary almost a second faster this lap. What is going on? Why am I so slow? And I'm trying to save some fuel, but the target is nowhere close to like extra lap. I'm doing 18 like first stint. Ciclari did 19. Maybe just Corvette things. We already gained like almost a full second till now, but well, this lap was a bit meh for me. But this Barclay in P4 or P5 doesn't seem to be gaining. And that's gonna be a weird fight. You can see all the car makes here in the HUD. I hope it's visible beyond my wheel rim. But it's Porsches everywhere. I'm the only non-Porsche in top 8. Oh dear. I mean, I got warned that it's all about taking the Porsche, but I didn't listen. I said, well, maybe the gap is 2 tenths. But the BOP seems to be a bit more off than by 2 tenths. Or maybe I'm just slow. Well, Jonathan, about the curbs or white lines, like they should make it like it is in WEC. I mean, they have got Eduardo Freitas, the race director from VEC, from WEC, to make like sound recordings for this, so you could have provided some track limits data as well. Yeah, I don't know about not changing the tires. I'm not sure what it is, but Ciclari gained everything that... Well, he gained the 5-second gap back that I have gained to him by not swapping the right side. Yes, Kamal, we will defend LMU AI pretty bad, really. In my experience, it's been like the best AI experience in my whole life of any sim. it's designed per driver, so they will make as many mistakes or as much aggression as the real life counterparts do. Now Ciclari will just out-fuel save me. Thing is that the brakes on the Porsche are just insane. Cut. Well, about iRacing's AI, I cannot really comment. I've never checked it out, but it's not really AI there, right? I mean, just a pre-programmed racing lines for some tracks. I mean, not sure how it is in RF2 and LMU, but here it feels to be like a general code and then maybe some track-specific optimizations. But in iRacing it seems like it's just built from scratch for each track or something. I don't really know how that works programming wise. My only real AI experience was when I tried that co-op event at Spa. What am I doing? That Spa race was fine. The last corner saving me again. Well, that's one way to overtake. Well, it was a bit silly to stick my nose in again, but I got a bit annoyed. Oh well, I tried. I'm really lacking a little bit of acceleration because the first gear goes to like 120. So I couldn't get the switch back out of the hairpin. I'm even thinking of just swapping all 4 tires. Well, I have the gap to Barclay MP5. Where has his grip disappeared? Ever since he overtook me, he just kept sliding around. Well, I take the P3 back then. No, that's illegal. Oh, that I didn't want to do. Sorry, man. I would have waited for him if he didn't dive bomb me from I don't know where. Ah, that was very silly from both of us. I misjudged that gap. I mean, I would get the bigger penalty probably if this was, well, if this has a race director. But again, it's unfortunately just strict justice for now, so he's able to dive bomb me, and even when at the moment of turn in there is no overlap, to still go for it. So then I feel like, well, in normal circumstances I would have waited for him because that was a dumb move for me, or a dumb misjudgment. But I will be taking the, well, a little bit more of a dark side approach. He's gonna catch me again anyway, quite soon. He will be able to go longer. I mean, I don't know what the rule book is in WEC, regarding the overtakes, like at what point a driver is eligible to be given space. Anyway, let's leave the stewarding and the judgment of myself or Kevin for the replay analysis. And for now, let's just try to have a clean race till the end. That was a track limit? Okay. So it's gonna be 2 more laps. Well, I guess I'm not changing any tires. I'm hoping that the rear right is okay at 25%. Who is that? I suppose must be a left car. My tiny pedal overlay is slightly undecided about the fuel. I don't know what to do. If it's 10 laps, it would be 50. 13 laps, 65, 15. I don't know. Yeah, now it says 76.5. Now it's 71, I don't know. let's see what happens. I don't want to fuel too much, because then I will lose the position to some cars behind that are fuel saving a lot more. And then I can always lift and coast a lot. But yeah, Casper, thank you for making yourself available for that. Let's see what happens. So Mark ahead, is that Mark? The tab button doesn't work. That's Mark. He changed the tires again. I hope I will not be like 15 seconds per lap of pace now on old tires. But I suppose for him it didn't make any difference because he's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, looks like Shark, or maybe it was actually between two laps, like between 15 and 16 laps, for example, and it didn't know what to calculate for. But well, I rather went with a lot more. It never let me down in the past, so I still never trust it. I mean, the leader hasn't yet boxed, right? Or yeah, Ciclari is the leader, so he will out-fuel save me like crazy. He will be like 5 seconds ahead, I fear. Just need to push and hope he has some traffic. Although in front of me there is quite a lot of traffic as well. So actually P1, P2 are right ahead. So they both kept changing tires or something. So Ciclari boxes. I think he will be like 3.4 ahead, my wild guess. Kevin spun, changing quota, interesting. Oh well. I think Micho will be close. That spin isn't a problem for the tires. we have a little bit of history with Scolari already. Had kind of a huge fight at Spa in the last corner for the win. I kind of half barged my way through around the outside, but well, there wasn't enough space, so in the end we had a contact, but back then it was me spinning out, which was all good. But he will be saying that he did a very good move here into turn 2 and that I misjudged it, which can be correct, kind of. But yeah, again, let's see what the replay says. Is that a cut? That's not a cut, okay. Michi, box, please box. Ooh, wait, who's that? Daniele. Is he boxed yet? Probably not. So Michi will have like 20-second, 25-second pit stop, but that's gonna be really tight. He's in the pits. Michi changing again, why? Well, then I take my provisional P3. I think I will need to make a better job on the fuel. Now should be fine. Yeah, and about Scolari fuming, not much I can do about. I want to be fuming about his dive bumps as well, forcing his way through 2 times. Well, Jeroen, I'm keeping the going. And Michi is doing a tremendous job from P10. He'll be before at least. That's a cut. .5, okay. So we should have 15, no, 11 more laps. Can Mitch gain 1 second per lap to me? Could be close. I mean, not sure why he changed all the tires. It was just 2/3 of a stint for him, and he changed them already. Yeah, Casper, I suppose. I mean, I still feel like I did really bad nose sticky. But again, let's see what the replay has to say. Wait, they're having a huge fight back there. Ciclari passed both of them. Good for me. I really hope there is no cliff at like 30%. Yeah, Michi and Nico lost like 4 seconds. It's funny how my rear left is not 90 plus anymore. Speaking of temperatures. It's really apparent how when the tire wears off, it keeps losing the temperature. And actually, funny enough, at the start it was maybe a bit too hot for soft, but now it's spot on. Like rear right especially. And front right, like that would be way too cold for mediums, I assume. One and a half second off P2 though. That's insane. I see Kolesny is in P8 with the other Corvette, so it's not only the Porsches. Well, Kevin can reach me, I feel like. I mean, that 42 something is crazy. 6 laps to go. I hope it's 6 laps. No, I'm getting the understeer there. Ah, that's gonna be difficult. 5 laps. Ciclari only did a 43.7 previous lap. They must be battling with Richie, right? I see, Arun. Meanwhile, I'm trying to calculate in my head. It needs to be like 1 minute 40, less than 1 minute 43 when the leaders start the final lap, which is like 3 minutes 25 for 2 laps. That's like 6 minutes 50. I think we are just gonna make it without the extra lap. So it was like 5 minutes. 130, no 140, 3, it should be just enough. It has to be. Kevin and Mitch are closing in, but will not be close enough. So 3:30 now, yeah, that's gonna be 2 laps to go. Thank you. Must be last lap, right? One lap to go. Yeah, that's the last lap. I mean, it's quite obvious the last lap, but I refuse to believe it. Come on, tires. 26%, oh no. that much remaining on the tires, but that was just enough. What a race. 1 second gap. Yeah, not sure about those moments with Ciclari. He will not be happy at all. But I'm also not happy at all about that, but alright. That's a P3 somehow. Why did I take the Corvette? It's a Porsche race and I was too stubborn to take the mainstream car. Alright. 20 seconds to the lead in the end, so what's that, like half a second per lap on average? Well, thank you guys. But let's check. So that's Ciclari ahead. So I got through, right? Yeah, here. That was already a little bit of contact because he was kind of sliding a little bit. Fabio, I saw you disappearing. I wondered what happened with you. Then it was a good switchback. Okay, and then the moment comes, I'm just gonna fast forward. Right, so better exit. And then I mean, okay, like from this perspective, maybe I have too much of an F1 kind of speeds in my mind, because in F1 speeds, like I'm already turning in here for the corner. Like, yeah, he just it's a good move in hindsight, but depends on how you judge it. I'm already turning in here and he's not alongside, and that's normally like the rule. GG honey. And here, well, and then he runs me off track, of course. Well, that's kind of the Verstappen move, right? In real life, that's wow, what a great move, very late on the brakes, slowed down on the apex, kind of a little bit of paint trading, and then of course he has the right of the way on the exit. But from a sim racing perspective, that would be a dive bomb. Yeah, and then that's, I mean, then again he assumed I'm not alongside, but you know, I'm more at a turn entry. I'm more alongside of him than he was at this turn entry. Like, I'm already turning. There is still like a bit of a gap. And then here, I mean, that's a silly way to look at things, because the corners are very different. Yeah, I wanted to have a bit of space, but you're never so far to the left, so I kind of misjudged how soon I would need to turn in. I'm already turning in here. I would make the apex for sure, but yeah, he turned in. Yeah, in the mirror it looks like as if I start to accelerate into him, but that's right when he lifts for the apex. He lifts and turns in aggressively. If there's any overlap, that's instant spin. I don't know, like it still was in many ways myself sticking the nose in and making a contact. And then I was like, well, I should wait for him, but then I was like, well, he dived twice from far behind. He will catch me again anyway, so let's just go. You know what I wanted to check as well? Our dear friend Fabio. So where was the... ooh! That's a Porsche moment with a trademark. That's the most Porsche as the Porsche can get. Everything good. Kind of positively rotating into the apex, and then around we go. Without even any throttle input. The Porsche is a solid car, but tricky sometimes. I don't really like it. I preferred to drive the Corvette today, except for the pace, of course. Well, what else should I check? I mean, I wanted to check the first move, but I'm never gonna find it. You know what? Like always, I will find the timestamps. I will put them into the comments, like I always do with the streams, and you guys will be able to click on it and see it if you don't scroll through the through the stream. But it's time for me to go to bed because I was it was a very long day, a very long day, and the kitchen is still half done. I need to finish it, but it's maybe a couple of I don't even know what the word is. The wooden planks that are then used to put stuff on there. I need to put that in and clean it before, if the wife has not done it yet. But let's see, we will have some fun with that. And until then, actually, what are the gains? Give me the 20%. It's not gonna be 20, right? It's gonna be 13 plus 4. 13.4. Only 7.8. Because of quali. If the quali counted like... if the quali didn't count, it would be 13.4. Nah, it's... well, closer and closer to gold 2 again. Well, Han, you got the pole, right? I qualified P6, which is not the best, but there wasn't much more pace in it. How did they finish P3? That's alright. I take it every day of the year. Where was the next non-Porsche even? Vojta, a minute behind. And then another Porsche. Wait, that Aston. Daniele on the same lap with the Aston. That's commendable. Jordi has his issues. Jan as well. Another Aston there. Okay, well. Anyway, Sub T. I did only one tire, only once I changed the tires, and I only changed the left side tires at the first pit stop. In the second stop I didn't change anything. I just went with it. Probably not the best idea, but it kind of worked in the end. I had the track position, and that was proving to be the most important. Mark, it was alright, I think. Yeah, I knew you were about to dive there. I tried to be close on the right, but I just didn't have the grip. It was a fair move. You were kind of slightly sideways, I think, but you caught it, so it was a solid move. There is always some space on the inside in that corner, even if the car had defense, so I was taken aback a little bit. Quite surprised that it worked, but it worked. So anyway, well, GG again to Hani for the win, to Mark for P2. I feel bad about sticking the nose in still into Kevin. I think that was significantly worse than his dive on me. Anyway, street justice. Well, then time to go. So thank you again, everyone, for the likes, for the chats, for the subs, and I will see you, I don't know when, I think probably on Sunday, for the, wait, what is the race on Sunday? It's Imola, right? It's this one. I think it's all classes Imola. Gonna be fun. I'll get the Toyota warmed up. Until then, have a great rest of the evening. Good night and see you. Bye bye.